hopping right into our very next interview, and here I'm interviewing, I don't know, some guy. Actually, no, I'm here interviewing David, who is marketing specialist for MAG, a new big franchise on the PS3, and he's going to tell us all about it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about MAG? You got your microphone right there.
Yes, I do.
Go nuts.
Okay, well, MAG is a 256 multiplayer game available only on the PlayStation 3. What's really great about it is, people are used to having 16 players. One of the bigger numbers are 32 players for multiplayer, but we really grow out above and beyond on the scale here, bringing 128 versus 128 on each battle, each war that's going on in MAG. MAG has this persistent war feature to it, so you'll be fighting on one of the 3 PMCs, or private military corporations. Whether that be Sever, Valor, or Raven, you choose between one of your private military corporations, and you will fight for them. So as your battle ends, you will thus be taking that army further and further into the war and giving them higher prestige versus the other PMCs.
Now, when other games have a sweet spot of 32 or 64 players, 64 being a higher end, how are you guys able to handle 256?
256 is... We're allowed to do that because of the power of the PlayStation 3.
The power of the PlayStation 3.
That's right. We have Zipper Interactive developing this game. Zipper Interactive, as you know, has a storied franchise with SOCOM. They really innovated multiplayer on the PlayStation 2 console.
And the PSP.
And the PSP, that's right. Yeah, so they're very, very intelligent guys, great developers, very smart, and they understand networking technology. They were able to crack into the PlayStation 3 and make 256 available and possible.
All right, now we're actually getting some questions from the chat room, and people want to know if they can expect any single player of any kind, be it a story mode or maybe a training mode for online.
There isn't going to be any story mode for single player for MAG at all, but we are going to have training sections that you can play in and learn more about the game. I can't really comment on that.
Okay.
But we're going to have training mode in MAG.
All right, and now I'm getting another question, and people want to know how many servers can we be expecting the game to have at launch? Because, for example, EA just launched... Okay, no, people just want to know how many servers the game can have at launch. I'm getting these questions rapid fire here, so I'm trying to weed them out one at a time.
I can't comment on that right now.
Can't comment on that either. Now, people really like the SOCOM franchise, and they want to know, how is Zipper Interactive really knocking it out of the park with a new franchise like MAG?
Okay, well, MAG's different from SOCOM in the fact, first and foremost, it's a first-person shooter. So you're seeing straight from the eyes of your soldier, from your operative. SOCOM is a game about counterterrorism, taking out the bad guys, whereas MAG is more about private military corporations going head-to-head against each other. So,
all right. Now, can we expect any kind of air vehicles?
There won't be any air vehicles that you can pilot. However, there will be air vehicles that you can call in for support, such as airstrikes or a helicopter bringing in additional firing power.
Okay, and are you guys planning to really blow support out of the water with after-release map packs and downloadable content and things like that? Are you already in the pre-planning stages?
There will be additional support for the consumers, for the gamers, for the players of MAG. We will be supporting them, and there will be more for them to come.
All right, and what kind of learning curve are we looking at? Will this be the kind of game that anybody could jump into, or that is geared more towards hardcore, or a little from column A, a little from column B?
Well, that's the great thing about MAG. If you want to hop in there, play, shoot, take out the other team, that's totally doable. But if you want to be more involved with it, you can, as part of the squad, you can gain experience and become a squad leader and lead your squad, and thus becoming a platoon leader, and then finally an OIC, or officer in charge, leading your entire 128 army. So it can be as involved as you want it to be.
That's
sounds
great.
Very easy barrier to entry. You can hop in, play, or if you want to become involved, if you want to become a leader of an entire army, you can do that too.
All right, and we're continuously getting questions from the chat room, and I'm just asking them one at a time. People want to know how many weapons and maps we'll be looking at upon release.
We'll be releasing that information very soon. If people keep in touch with the MAG forums and mag.com, they'll be learning that information.
Now, we're actually rolling some video footage behind us right here. Could you tell us what we are looking at now? Could give us a little, play-by-play of what's going on the screen?
Okay, right here, we're looking... Okay, right here we have taking one of the gun turrets and taking out one of the other bases. You can see here. Oh, I can't tell what that quality. I think that's. It looks like a Sever gun that he's holding. Yes, he's using a Sever weapon. Sever is one of the private military corporations fighting against the other teams. Here it looks like it's Sever versus Valor. So you can tell the difference between the two factions because Sever here they spray painted their guns. They pick up their pieces from the battlefield and make their weapons on their own. They're very
guerrilla.
They're very guerrilla, yes. They're very improvised.
Now, you're mentioning these two different factions right here, and that you said there's a total of 3?
There's a total of 3.
Okay, and so people in the chat room are asking exactly how complex will the ranking system be?
The ranking system is pretty complex in the terms that you can move up in the ranks, move up to become one of the leaders of your army, and you have to apply to become one of those leaders. And from your past experience, from the past battles, the other players will vote on whether they feel that you are valuable enough to become that leader.
All right. Now, people in the chat room really want to know, is there any chance of an open beta? Because you guys have just recently done your closed beta, sign-ups and whatnot. Can we get an open beta?
Well, here on the floor, if you play MAG, if you participate, we're handing out beta voucher codes where people can go home, plug it in, and hop into it.
Okay, well, I think this is really going to interest the people at home. Can you give us some beta codes to give out live to our UFrag TV viewers at home? Maybe a handful.
I can give away a handful. That I can do.
Hear that? A few very lucky UFrag users will be able to play MAG before release in the closed beta.
Mm-hmm. We also have the beta available for people who renew their core subscription. We're giving it away to all of our core subscribers. Plus, we'll be announcing very soon pre-orders and opportunities there, and there could be a chance that you can get in that way too.
You mentioned subscribers. Can you tell me about the play tier or the pay tiers that you have going on?
The subscribers I was talking about were core subscribers. So
core subscribers. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Is there any pay-to-play elements, or is it all free play?
That's something I can't comment on right now.
All right then.
It is free to play for everyone to hop online.
And now I'm getting a question. Now, is it 2 factions against each other at any particular time, or is it all 3 at once, or how does it work depending on the map?
Depending on the map, it's two factions going against each other.
So there'll never be a map where it's all 3 going in a pitched battle?
No.
All right, so okay, wonderful. Now, I wanted to ask you personally a question.
Okay.
So you've been with this title for, however long. You've been working with them. You're their marketing director. Tell me, what is the most interesting thing that you've seen in the game that you can talk about?
The most interesting thing I've seen is how much it's evolved over the past few months. I hopped into it very, very early on, maybe I want to say about a year ago, and I was able to see 256 players on one bridge at a time, and seeing that many people in an online match together blew me away.
Did it turn into just Slaughterfest?
Well, we had to hold still for a pose for a very long time, which is hard to do, but as soon as they said, okay, you're free to fire, everybody blew up, airstrikes coming in left and right, grenades going off, everyone just shooting. Everyone was dead within seconds.
Well, speaking of a lot of explosions and grenades and airstrikes, do you guys have any kind of environmental destruction?
Yes, there are certain types of environmental destructions. For example, there'll be objectives which are destroy X satellite dish, and you have to go after that and destroy it. Or there'll be anti-air artillery, and the other team needs to try to destroy that where you're defending it. So those will be destroyed.
All right, and what about gore? Is there any gore in the game? Or is it like a T rating?
I believe we're still in ESRB review, but it's not going to be a gory game.
Okay. Now, people in the chat room are really liking what you're telling us about the ranking system, so could you go into more detail about it? Because they can't get enough of it. They want to hear as much as you can tell.
I really would love to, but we are going to be teasing out that information very soon. We're going to be giving it out. If they keep their eyes on the MAG forums on PlayStation.com, they will hear a lot of information about it.